Well, good morning, listeners. Cole Johnson with you now for the next, hour and a half anyway. Here's my namesake, Kevin Johnson.
I went to sea. There were no other choices for me. A whaling ship. What greater adventure could there possibly be? The first day out we found them, circled our ships around them, fired our harpoons till the sea ran red. In no time at all, those whales were dead. We towed them in. Oh, how we drank that night at the Sailors' Inn, singing whaling songs as the captain played on his violin. But drinking was something I'd never known, so I staggered back to the ship alone, as drunk as a young man could ever be, listening to the night around me. Was it the sound of the violin drifting in on the cool night wind? Or was it something that came from the water? Could it be that whales were singing to me? Perhaps they sang of those terrible things I'd done. I had to say, when I look back over that dreadful day, there was treachery that hadn't really occurred to me. There seemed to be a kind of trust, as though they had nothing to fear from us. We got so close like we were friends, but then we slaughtered them. It wasn't the sound of the violin drifting in on the cool night wind. No, it was something that came from the water. It had to be. Those whales were singing to me. Now they sung of the terrible things I'd done. I left the sea. There were no other choices for me. A whaling ship. What greater misfortune could there possibly be? And now I'm as old as a man can be. Even today it's still haunting me. Though my deeds have long since gone, sadly I see it still goes on. Now the captain plays on his violin when I walk by the sea in the cool night wind, and I hear something that comes from the water. It has to be the whales are singing to me, the things we've done, of those terrible things we've done.
Well, I've not known a song to create such interest so quickly. Yes, I'm going to back announce it. I'll tell you who it was. Kevin Johnson, and it's called A Whaler's Lament. The whales are singing to me.
Om Shri Bhagavan Shri Satya Sai Babaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Satya Swarupaya Namaha.
The 108 names of Sai Baba. If you'd like to know more about the Sai organisation, contact Kerry at facetoday.com.au or come along to the Flexible Learning Centre each Thursday at 7 p.m.
Om Shri Sai Bhagavan Shri Satya Sai Babaya Namaha.
A Hindi program can now be heard every Saturday, 7 to 8 p.m. with your host, Shalini. Namaskar. इस शनिवार सैटरडे शाम को 7 से 8 बजे हिंदी प्रोग्राम में शालिनी आपका स्वागत करती है।
When all my dreams have been shattered and the fabric of life comes undone, when it seems like nothing matters, and all of my good times have gone, there's a place that I've kept sheltered from the sight of my sorrow and shame. Though it's years since I beheld her, she still calls my name. I'll go home, where the wild shadows roam, and the dawn over mountain tops spills, where the deer pause in flight on the edge of the night. I'll go home to my Tennessee hills. I'll go home to my Tennessee hills. When all my vows have been broken and my wild heart can't be tamed, when I've loved and lost once too often, and failure is my middle name, there's a place that holds forgiveness and the promise of peace in despair. When I'm down to my last witness, I'll be going there. I'll go home, where the wild shadows roam, and the dawn over mountain tops spills, where the deer pause in flight on the edge of the night. I'll go home to my Tennessee hills. Tennessee, home to my Tennessee, home to my Tennessee.
Well, the dobro player on that was Dan Dugmore, not who I thought it was. Janice Ian with her composition, My Tennessee Hills, and ably supported there by Dolly Parton. Here's Neil Sedaka.
When I used to be a little kid, I used to go every Saturday afternoon to the picture show. Close up to the screen, my life was so serene. I lived through every scene with my movie queen, Betty Grable. 300 howling kids would always pack the house, but they just came for Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse. But there would be a world of fantasy wrapped in the melody she sang and danced for me, Betty Grable. Lots and lots of pin-up shots, I had 'em all. And there they were, pasted up upon the wall. When Mama said that it was time for bed, I'd eat some jam and bread and watch her overhead, Betty Grable. Just the other night I saw her on some late show, and it occurred to me I'm someone that she'll never know. So I wrote this little song for the lady that I've loved so long, Betty Grable. When I used to be a little kid, I used to go every Saturday afternoon to the picture show.
Betty Grable. And I didn't fade that, no. Neil Sedaka and his own composition with Hugh Greenfield. You're listening to Saturday Sounds, stress-free songs. And my name is Cole Johnson.